Let's take a look at this problem. The function y is equal to x squared plus x minus 12 is graphed at the right. So here's a graph of that equation. What are the values of x when x squared plus x minus 12 equals negative 6? So the question's asking us what values of x make the left-hand side of that equation equal to negative 6. There are a couple ways we can go about doing this. We can guess and check, or we can use the graph. Let's go over guess and check first. So to guess and check, all we're going to do is we're going to check each one of these x values separately. So let's start with x equals 3. We're going to substitute 3 in for x, and the way we do that is to put the 3, since x is equal to 3, we're going to put 3 in for both x values. So in our calculator, we're going to put parentheses 3. So that's the way we substitute 3 in for x. Then we press the exponent button, which is below the clear. 2, press the right arrow key to get out of the exponent, plus parentheses 3, and then subtract 12. Press enter. And the question you ask yourself is, did the left-hand side equal negative 6 when we pressed enter? And in this case, no, it equaled 0. 0 does not equal negative 6. So that means F cannot be the right answer, because when we substituted 3 in for x, it gave us 0 instead of negative 6. So let's check answer choice G. So you go parentheses, we're going to type in negative 12 everywhere we see an x now. The way we do that again is we put parentheses, type in negative 12, exponent 2, plus x, which is negative 12, and then subtract 12. Quick note for the negative button is that button that's below the 3. Anytime a number is by itself or coming first, you're going to use the negative button. Anytime you're separating two numbers, you're going to use the subtraction button, which is below the multiplication. So we have negative 12 squared plus negative 12, subtract 12. Press enter. It equals 120. That clearly is not negative 6, so G is not correct either. You know what, when we check H, it's not going to work either. J will work. Let me show you. Negative 3, parentheses, to the power of 2, plus parentheses, negative 3, and then subtract 12. Press enter, we get negative 6. That means this answer choice worked. We have to check the second one as well just to be absolutely thorough. So we go 2 to the power of 2 plus 2 subtract 12. Press enter, it equals negative 6, so it's also a solution. So J is the correct answer. Again, we just skipped H for sake of time. Now on the graph, there's a really quick shortcut to all of this. If you know all of this is your equation that you've graphed, and you're trying to find out where it's equal to negative 6, well, we just draw negative 6 across the graph, and we find the two x values where it's equal to negative 6. If you follow it down, it's negative 3 and positive 2, which matches answer choice J. Guess and check works, so does the graph. Graph's a lot faster. So with that in mind, here's one for you to try on your own. Go ahead and press pause, work it out, press play when you're ready to see the answer. Keep in mind you can work it either way. You can either use the graph or you can guess and check using the graphing calculator. Alright, luckily on this one, when I checked it out, I found out that the first answer choice checked out. We can also see that on the graph because we're finding when the values equal 12. So we draw 12 across for our y values, find out what corresponding x values there are. It's negative 2 and which also matches up with answer choice A.